Hey you guys, it's your girl Shawnee Mac. I am back with another video. We're gonna do a part 2 to the story that I covered yesterday about the young man being killed by Memphis officers. I wanted to cover a second half of it because I got some interesting information that was given. Phil, his platform used to be called The Advice Show. Now it is called the African Diaspora Channel. So if you guys are interested, he has some great content there. He shows a lot of stuff that's been happening that most people aren't aware of from your local standpoint, but he's reporting things that's happening not just here in the country or just in his local state. He's covering stuff all over across the four corners of the world. So I think you guys should check out his channel when you get a chance, or even after you check out this video. You guys will see, like, he brings them out back to back, but good channel. So I want you guys to see the information that he basically got from the situation, and it's a little bit more than what the news had given, though it kind of aligns up. But we know how the news tends to, you know, steer their own narrative a lot. They do that a lot. Here I go again. I do this every time, y'all. Tend to do this a lot. So we don't know if they're lying. We don't know if they're telling the truth, but the same story is being cycled around as of right now. And this is a lot deeper than most people are prone to believing. And I keep telling y'all keep wondering why this is constantly happening. This is nothing but a spiritual battle. They are mentally set to do exactly what they are doing right now. So if you guys keep wondering, how is it that it's specifically our people? And all of this really start kicking up in Obama's era. That's when they start doing the killings. But now it's just at a rapid rate. So I'm gonna stop talking from right here. And I am going to play the video, and you guys make sure you like, share, subscribe, leave a comment respectfully if you have one. If you have any other information in regards to this story, or is it something that you guys have a question on, feel free to leave a comment, and let's go.
So on June 12th, the U.S. Marshals was going to serve a warrant on 20-year-old Brandon Weber. And after that particular confrontation, the U.S. Marshals ended up shooting and killing Brandon Weber. A lot of people were very upset about the U.S. Marshals shooting and killing this brother. They took to the streets. They were pissed off. They went to express how they felt. They recently said that, and you're going to hear in this video, a cop had killed someone else, and the district attorney did not even want to prosecute. Let's go ahead and roll this clip.
In a way that treats people like people and not like animals. I don't have all the rights. Tomorrow they're going to be like, she got out there and she didn't have that. But what I know is that another life was lost on the same day where another police officer killed somebody was not charged by a district attorney. We continue to have this cycle of injustice, and it's only going to get worse if we don't address this now. It's only people are hurting. People are on the street for the phone right now.
No,
Well, because this is a person who made an impact on a lot of people. Not negatively, not bad. He always had a good spirit. So for this to happen to a person who we were close to, who we knew the character of this person, it don't make sense.
Obviously, you know, you see stuff going on social media. You see the pictures of the graduation cap on and things like that. And then you do see the pictures of the flashing money and the gang signs. Is that recent? Is that just made up? Is that just... Explain that. That's what people are trying to say. There's like two versions of who this person is.
Pictures are pictures. You come from a certain place, and that's something you know. But when you want to grow, you do what you do. You do what you have to do to make sure you grow. You surpass it. You always know your roots. But it doesn't mean he robbed anybody. It doesn't mean he killed anybody. It doesn't mean he was a nuisance to anybody just because those are pictures. You have some pictures that doesn't display you as who you know you are to be, who everyone knows you to be. So everybody has two sides to them, but that doesn't mean he has a bad side. We all know the good Brandon. We don't know a bad Brandon.
It seems like Brandon was pretty close to his community out there.
Yes.
You know, what were some of the best friends and people around there to say about him?
He was always a good person. He kept you laughing. He kept you up. If you were crying, he would cry for you. You could stop crying. He would cry for you. So, it's hard to sit here and think about that his 3 kids growing up without their fathers, brothers and sisters growing up without their brother, a mom growing up without her son, us without our friends.
We went immediately shut down the neighborhood. We went immediately to the rescue. And the family was here. I was told to go home because I would have the permission. People tried to interview me. You know what I'm saying? I just tried to get on you. I declined every interview. But what I want y'all to know is this has to change and it benefits. This has to be an issue that we address. And if our police and our community don't have a relationship, we're not going to be anywhere in this city. It's unacceptable what happened. I implore anybody who's watching this to go on social media and listen to the voices of everyone who's been out here observing what's happening. This is not a relationship, right? This is what you call a standoff in grand proportions. Other people, it's like, this is not okay. And I don't care if I run up here or if I'm a city county commissioner, I'm always going to stand with my people. This is what I know to do. And I'm asking you to listen to what's happening and listen to the people who are out there. They are hurting. And we have to do better.
Now, the reason why the U.S. Marshals was going to serve a warrant against Mr. Weber is that he allegedly had met up with someone on Facebook that was selling a car, actually a red Infiniti. And he went for a test drive with the guy at the time period. And while they were switching seats, they alleged that Mr. Weber decided to shoot the guy 5 times and take his vehicle. This is being alleged. The guy did not die, he was left for dead, and the guy identified him in the photo lineup. So this particular arrest was done by the feds, basically. It wasn't done by the Memphis Police Department or the state police or anything like that. This was a fed arrest based off of what he allegedly done. Now, I want to make sure before I posted anything, I want to know why they was going after him. Now, I'm using the word allegedly because I don't know what happened with that. Is it true? Is it not true? I don't know. But the thing is, a lot of people are tired of law enforcement shooting people in the community. Now, some issues could be justified, but a lot of them aren't, especially when you're unarmed. Now, this situation, U.S. Marshals are alleging that this guy pulled a rifle on them, and I looked at a lot of his pictures. I saw even some of his Facebook posts. And I'm just not going to reserve judgment on him at all. I'm going to talk about this situation at hand with the community. You know, the community is very upset because time after time, we're seeing young black men being gunned down by the police. But we see young Caucasian guys, when they go shoot up schools, shoot up banks, do all kinds of shootings to innocent people in the communities. They are arrested without incident. When we look at young black men that possibly have a firearm, it seems like well, we gotta shoot to kill him. We can't take him in alive. That's what it seems like every single time. We always know when we hear the way certain people are arrested, say, oh, he must be Caucasian, based on the fact that they took him in. And we know the name so quick, that's another indicator. Oh, he must be black because look how quick they put the name out. You know what I'm saying? Now, if Brandon Weber did do what he was alleged to be done, then, you know, that's something that's horrible. That's something he shouldn't have been doing. And that's criminal behavior. But if he did not do this, what he's being accused of, then it's wrong for the U.S. Marshals to kill their brother for no reason or mistaken identity or whatever. That do happen as well. The issue is, you know, we do have a lot of hurt and pain in the black community. We also have a lot of mental illness in the black community. Even if Brandon Weber had done what they alleged him to do, what is his mental state? Because, you know, black people walk around all over this country suffering from a lot of mental illness. We are suffering all the time with mental illness. It's not right to see the type of death that black people see, the kind of loss that black people see. We aren't fed the best food, which that has an effect on our health. You know, we're dying all the time from, you know, heart disease and, you know, cancer, etc. You know, everyone, for the most part in society, don't have really a good affinity for black people. Let's call it what it is. That has an effect on your self-esteem. That can have an effect on your psyche. You know, just on a good day, when people treat you different just because. So we have a lot, you know, PTSD going on in our communities. We suffer a lot of anxiety, a lot of loss with family. You know, because a lot of us don't have the proper family structure. So for us to even be functioning in this society and not doing more violence is actually amazing, to be honest with you. It really is. So I'd like to know his mental state. Like, what was that? I mean, what tragedy did he suffer to get him to the point that he was going to school? Well, people showing that he went to school, and a lot of people loved him. But what made him get to that point where he felt like it's okay to do these things that he allegedly done? That's what I'd like to know. Because see, when it comes to issues in our community, we have to think of it that way in the area of mental illness. Because, you know, they set a precedent. You know, no matter who do what, it's mental illness. But when it comes to us, we can't say mental illness? No, we have every right to say mental illness due to the trauma we have dealt with in this country for hundreds and hundreds of years. And maybe if we talk about mental illness in our community, maybe if we talk about it, we can get some healing, and we can get some proper treatment so we won't see issues and problems like this. You know what I'm saying? Because no one wants to see us heal, but we have to want us healed from the different mental illness, hurt, pains, etc. So let's focus on that. Let's find out what his mental state was at the time period and see why would he even react that way with the U.S. Marshals. Most people not really fool with the U.S. Marshals like that, right? So something had to be going on with him mentally. He was a father. I do know that. I've seen a picture of him as a child. So something was going on with him. It had to be. Maybe somebody could have got to him a lot sooner. Maybe he wouldn't have allegedly done the act that he had done. Because see, when it comes to young black men, oh, they just always criminal. Nobody wants to figure out what got them to that point. But when we look at these school shooters and the guy shooting up Las Vegas, everybody want to know the mental state of the guy, and oh, he was such a great life, and that's how they normally do it. But why don't we do that in our community? So that's what I'm pushing. That's what I'm always going to push when I see this issue. What's going on with mental illness? And you need to push that as well, brothers and sisters, because we have every right to talk about mental illness, all the hell we've been through in this country. But don't be coming on here talking about, oh, they should have been acting that way. They should have been, please. Don't even start. Because I'm surprised they held back that long. You know, I understand the frustration. I understand the anger. I understand it. Because you sitting down watching certain people get away with everything. Everything they do to get away with. But you even sneeze wrong, you going to jail. Or you paying a fine. So when you treat people wrong and don't have a equal justice system, what happened in Memphis is going to blow up eventually. Every time they have a situation like that, it's because of injustice. Stop treating us different than you treat yourself. Maybe we won't see things like that. It's that culture that you set in this country where these people are slave catchers and that's still how they act. So you think eventually the slaves are not going to revolt? That turn didn't live, right? Well, let me comment another thing about this particular story, but we really, ladies and gentlemen, focus on mental illness. Mental illness is a big issue in our community. We got to help our young men, help our young women. Look at the behavior some of them have today. It's completely mental illness. They have undiagnosed condition, and we must help them because we can turn a lot of these issues around if we get them the proper help they need.
All right, so that's Phil. Okay, I know some of you people may know about him, some people may not, but yeah, y'all should go check his channel. He has an excellent channel covering a lot of the stuff that's happening around the world with our people specifically. But I do want to say this. I understand about them being tired of the things that is going on in their community. I do understand because I come from a neighborhood where, you know, they would consider it a hood, whatnot. I grew up around that. However, you know, it's one thing I teach my kids now, and that's about, you know, your selection of friends, paying attention to the people you are around, who you get to know. And of course, some bad people that do things, good people that whatever. They're going to have people going to meet and have friends throughout life and stuff. But some people knew about the story. Some people didn't know about the story as far as the extent of detail why this took place. And I think a lot of the people that's out there going crazy right now, rioting, they are tired. I get that. At the same time, we also have to take into consideration, when are we going to start teaching our people, our youth, our young people? I know they don't want to hear stuff. They're very stiff-necked individuals, but as we could keep seeing that this is a constant example of us not talking to our own people and teaching them, especially our young black men. And I talk with my daughters, because I have all daughters, I have a nephew, and like I said, I talk with them all the time about the type of company you keep, or when you see people have certain behavioral things going on with them. It's not about being rude or nasty. So be nice and respectful to them, but at the same time, you don't got to deal with them. And I practice that same thing every single day. I don't do it based off of, you know, discriminatory reasons. I do it because I don't want that type of attention, or I just don't want that energy. I don't want that energy around me because it's learned behavior from a lot of people. Now, according to what Phil had found out, we knew yesterday he stole a car. We didn't know to the extent of what, where, why. So this is probably how he left Memphis and went to Tennessee, or the other way around where he got killed. This makes a lot of sense. You know, still, you know, the story is still building, and this young man, I don't know what to say. You know, I was talking with someone over social media, one of my social media platforms, but it wasn't on mine. It was on someone else. They had put it up, and they were just showing so many video footage of, like, the kids was out there putting guns up to their head, all in the news camera, doing just ignorant stuff. And once again, like I said, when one do something, it makes it bad for everybody. And that's where everybody is keep missing that primarily they're just missing that point. And when you display that on TV, you put others at danger, because see, now they already are afraid of us in a sense. Well, they claim they are, but they're officers supposed to be trained for crime. But these are the scariest generation of cops I have ever seen. Their reason for killing somebody, seriously. Usually there's a weapon, a deadly weapon, and it trips me out because even if it is like an instrument that could be like a blow to the head, y'all as officers have a gun or and a taser. So before you even get close to someone with a weapon or anything of that nature, you can easily take them down, and you can shoot them in the leg, you can shoot them in the arm. Like, what happened to y'all target practice that y'all supposed to be allegedly getting? I don't understand that. How is it that it's always an overkill? It's multiple shots, or it's a deadly shot, you know? It's insane. So some of the young people were saying, you know, that was their friend, and you know, the news portrayed one thing. Well, they did put out his high school picture for what she was saying. He graduated from high school. I know a lot of people who's graduated from high school, went to college, and you know, things kind of, the fork meets in that road. Some people don't even make it to that point. And all of those people could be ruthless. And I've met people that is non-ruthless and has done and went down that road and done or not have done those few things that I just mentioned. But it's all about character. It's trying the spirit, brothers and sisters, is my whole point out of this. And this is what we're not getting. We think we're going to get answers from the news. We think we're going to get answers from someone that may have known him. And like I said yesterday, we always got a family that so, you know, or a family or a friend or something of that nature, and they're gonna say great things about the people that they know regardless of what they do. And it's like, that's the reason why our people keep ending up in this situation in the first place. It's for that very reason. We can't keep making excuses for stuff like that. We can't even make excuses when it isn't something that's severe, because when they see they can get away with one thing, they'll try another, and in some cases, those cases get more severe. And this one young lady, she said she was from there, and she like rolled her eyes and had an attitude and stuff when I was just asking where did she get her info from, when she was saying, well, he had his own money. He didn't have to take nobody's stuff. That's the news spinning this and that and da 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 da. And that could be very much well true, but were you there? Is what I asked her. Do you know him? Are you related to him? Are you friends with him? She's in the same state, but she's not in the same city. And that's what tripped me out. That's like some of these Detroit artists, alleged so-called Detroit artists. They're not from here, but they just be Detroit this and all day because they can name some streets. I know people from the South that have been up. My father from the South and can name streets from up here. He's lived up here for some years. I have friends that live in other states. If you're not from here, just say where you're from. Like all of this Me Too movement thing, that seen and heard stuff that I was talking about. You're from the state. That's like me coming on here and saying directly what's happening in Flint. That I'm not in Flint. I'm not even in Detroit anymore. I'm outside of Detroit. But Detroit is literally neighboring to me. I have family and friends that's directly sitting in there, and their local news is still my local news from where I'm at. So, you know, but being that you're not presently there is no point when someone is asking questions about something you're claiming to have or that someone is lying about. We know the news lie. We know this. But like I said, when these stories come about, all we have is what's given to us at that time. Sometimes the stories will make sense. Sometimes it'll come out to be legit. But like I said, when you find yourself committing crimes, or you're with people, or you're around people, or you're affiliated with people who commit crimes in this day and age, young, black people, older, everything, you guys have to realize what's more important. Is it your life, or is it what you're trying to achieve as far as a crime? You're trying to, you know, take on the act of it. Y'all not understanding that this is not going to do nothing but bring the police to you even more. Now, see, he's caught dead smack on camera doing this. Now, I understand. See, they bringing SWAT and stuff out. That's exactly what I thought that they were going to do anyways. That's typically what they would do. And sometimes you'll have the military come down there depending on if it gets worse. This is how they do us. But yet the yellow vest protesters been protesting for about 31 weeks, throwing gas and rocks and whatever in the heck they out there doing protesting. And they have their reasons for doing it. But they're more at a calm approach, just standing out there with their shields. Had to catch my breath, y'all. Y'all know I be out of breath. But we got to be mindful of every situation in the sense to paying attention to this stuff taking place. I read to y'all yesterday a few scriptures that kind of shed some light on what's happening. And like I said, for those who will just sit there and say, oh, well, that ain't got nothing to, yeah, it does. Yes, it does. It has everything to do with it. The answers are sitting right in there. And we are looking at the system that's designed against us instead of looking at what the solution is. And the solution, I constantly bang on my channel, y'all. Y'all have to understand what the Bible is. It is not a religious book. It is a history book. It is a present book and a future book. This is a book that is going to save your life. If you want to stay out of harm's way, you're not going to want to partake in robbing somebody. You're not going to want to be around somebody that even does these things. You're going to want to be around honest people that want to mind their business. And yeah, these people may be in wrong places at the wrong time. This one girl said that to me. The same girl that had an attitude, she got mad, was like, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. It was a drug spot bust and all this. Well, why is he in front of a drug spot? You know, usually people that's in front of a drug spot getting out of cars or getting in cars, either selling the drugs or they're purchasing the drugs. That's just, I'm from the hood. Like, I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? And their cars get repoed and all of that. So it's just like, even the people on the block where it's a drug spot not going to put their car in front of a drug spot. They're just not going to do it. So make this make sense. And I know that's probably them just justifying, you know, the reason, but I understand why these people are upset. This is constantly happening in their neighborhood. This is happening in their city. And a lot of these cities where our people are predominantly sitting and where we're living in, those cities tend to get neglected until they want to come back and redevelop, or they want to get investors there, and what they'll do is gentrify the entire city or that neighborhood or that town or what etc. You guys get the point. And then they start renovating and giving out loans to people that are not your people. And then all these businesses come back, and next thing you know, taxes go up, rent go up, mortgage go, everything just goes skyrocket high that was outside of your norm for you to own, you know, for you to own or live on that property. You'll never own your property, brothers and sisters, because the land belongs to the slave master. Still, okay, we don't have land because we'll always have to pay taxes every year, and your home could be gone when things like that take place. And then they'll start pushing the blacks out, putting them into their old suburban neighborhoods that they don't want to live in anymore, and they'll come back and get it what they want and rebuild off of that. And usually that's how that play out. When we move into certain areas, they move out, they go back, they go and spruce it all up, the neighborhoods and everything. And then next thing you know, it's starting to sprinkle back with whites. And they're tearing up their own community they have to live around. And that was just my only thing about it. But it looked like they was tearing up the cop cars and attacking the police. So I'm hoping they weren't necessarily tearing up their community and the business owner stores and stuff, because that's what happened here in Detroit in the 60s. They started tearing up stuff down in like Shane area, 94. Like, if you guys seen the movie 8 Mile, where he rolled through some of those areas, and like old buildings from the 60s you still see boarded up, burnt up or whatnot. Like, all of that still look the same from those riots. So we know how bad it can get. I'm from the city, so I know. I lived around in those areas and had friends and went to birthday parties You know, just how they did things back in the day. Now, Phil also touched on a good point as far as, you know, they always want to ask about other races' mental stability when it comes to a crime being committed, but nobody never necessarily cares about the black man or woman when they commit a crime or their mindset. They just automatically just, you know, it's just like it's trash, it's discarded. But see, we're already looked as that, but that's just the reason for them to say, okay, well, now you see why, or this is why we're scared. And I remember when y'all was really scared, y'all ain't mess with black people like that. Y'all ain't coming to black communities like that and act no fool the way they are now and just killing people because they were scared. For real, they wouldn't dare. But nowadays, y'all can't tell me that it's like everybody's on code in every single state or every single country all around the world at the same time. It's literally like a switch came on in their brain and they all just been starting to just perform and act a certain kind of way. And that take me to this one video. And this one video where this young man, I think his name's Sage Wanderer, he had a video up that was very interesting to me. And I know a lot of people may not believe it, and then there are a lot that may believe it about MK Ultra. But it was something that he said that he had met from someone years ago. But I should play that video just so that I can kind of like not mess up what he was trying to say or what the message is per se. And I'll come. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm about to do. I'm gonna go to his page. Let's see if I can remember. It's a little older gentleman. Trying to remember what his page was. Sorry, y'all. My sign is acting up early. Okay, yep. Here he is right here. He had a very interesting video. This video was pretty old though. I don't know how I'm gonna get to it. I would have to go through a lot of his videos. He do a lot of videos like most people do, of course. He cover a lot of stories. Let me see if I can remember the name of it, because I'm gonna get this video up because I want him to tell this story. It's his story, so that's why I would rather him tell it. Let's see. Okay, boom. All right, there we go. No, I don't want to play all. I just want to get the list of it.
This is kind of a continuation of a previous video.
Okay, that's his continuation. Where's the remaining? Okay, the remaining videos over here to the side. See, look, we rocking this out together, y'all. See. Okay, this is the video. This is the first one. So before I get into this video, it's gonna be a little crazy, y'all, but a lot of people wanted to have answers. This right here, when I seen all of this stuff happening with the police and reading the things that I read in the Bible about how these people are just gonna transform. The Bible covers this. He met someone that is a part of this world, that is about this life. And like I said, I covered about, you know, Jay-Z and Beyonce, and that was just like me scratching the surface. That was just a little tad bit. Those who've been paying attention like I have over the years, like I said about them too, you know, you'll know I'm not reaching, I'm not tripping, because they are blatantly saying and doing it in your face and constantly throwing up the symbols in your face. And, you know, they've been doing that. So all I want you guys to do is see what I want y'all to see as far as what he's going to say. So sit back and just watch this short video and let me know what you guys think.
Kind of a continuation of the previous video. I thought I would go ahead and tell you the whole story of the time I met in MK Ultra training. So, I was a preacher at a pretty large church. A woman came to our church, wanted to get involved in the church. But a weird thing happened. The bishop in charge kind of snubbed her and wouldn't let her get involved in the church, which was kind of uncharacteristic for him. So I asked him about it. He was pretty cryptic about why, and he actually did tell me that it was because he felt like she had mental issues, and he couldn't go into it. So I didn't think any more of it. A couple weeks later, I was at a big seminar with a bunch of clergy. It was open to anyone who paid the fee to get into it, but it was primarily a clergy convention, a series of seminars, multiple day thing. So, like on day one, I encountered this woman in the lobby. She came up to me and wanted to tell me why she was not part of our church and what had happened with her and the pastor. So I was curious and I gave her a listen. And the story that she told me was mind-boggling. It was beyond belief, and I could see totally why the pastor would think she was crazy. So I went ahead and gave her the time kind of out of morbid curiosity. And, at the end of this 4 hours I spent with this woman, I decided if she was crazy, she was the most special kind of crazy I'd ever seen. Her craziness was so detailed and in-depth that honestly it made me believe her story, even though it was totally unbelievable. And since then, I have stayed away from the topic of MK Ultra because, and even the Illuminati and a lot of this stuff I don't delve too deeply into because it does sound so crazy. But let me just tell you, as best I can remember, the story this woman told me. So she claims to have been born in the Illuminati from a Illuminati Bavarian family who can trace their origins all the way back to the beginning of the Bavaria version of the Illuminati, which is the ones that are supposed to be, at the Grove and, supposed to be the Bilderbergers and all of this. So she claims that she had a relatively normal childhood, although she was raised mostly by other people because they were very wealthy, and that she'd gone to really off to parochial school or whatever, not parochial, private school, and that she didn't live at home and didn't know her parents much until she was 13. When she was 13, she was taken, she says, to Rome, where they walked through a series of catacombs under the city, and hallways and passageways underground until they ended up in an Illuminati room, like a cathedral or a satanic church. And she claims that the Illuminati are Satanists. This is all about Satanism. And what she described was a big, giant, round area with 13 thrones encircling this area. And the 13th throne was empty. The 12th throne is where the head Illuminati member sat. And the previous 11 thrones were occupied by the dead bodies of the previous heads of the Illuminati. So he was, in her telling, she said that we were at the end of time, and that this was the final. This Illuminati was in charge now. The Illuminati guy, or the head guy, I can't remember what she called him. The master. She called him the master. That he was the last one before the final one would become the Antichrist. He was going to sit in an empty 13th throne. So in this circle, she said, was a pentagram and candles, and she was laid on a ceremonial altar at the center of this. And while everyone watched as Margaret and her family, she was raped by this, and she gave herself willingly to this 12th master who impregnated her with her first child in that ceremony, where she lost her virginity and was impregnated. She said that she had just started her period a few months earlier, and that's why they took her there, and then when they took her there, she was fertile, so she was inseminated by this guy in this ceremony. And her son was very special because she was the son of the master, or he was the son of the master, rather. And she was chosen because she was of a pure bloodline that went back to royalty in Bavaria. So, flash forward, she's given an arranged marriage to a slightly older man. I think she was 13 or 14 when they got married. And I don't believe they were married in the States, they were married in another country. I think maybe Germany. At any rate, her and her husband were trained and had a job in the Illuminati, and they were MK Ultra trainers. And their life was very interesting. They would they would just be asleep, living this normal life, and they would get a phone call. And this phone call would give them their trigger word, because they've been brainwashed and their personalities have been split. So during the rest of the time, this lady thought she was just a housewife, just a soccer mom. And her husband was just a guy that, worked at the police force. He was a cop. And she said that they would get this call in the middle of the night and be given a code word where they would snap out of this false persona and become the MK Ultra Illuminati trainers that they both were. They would wake their kids up because their kids were also in this torture program, becoming MK Ultra slaves. And they would go to an undisclosed location in a rural environment underneath these giant tents, these giant white, like FEMA tents. And I asked her if this was the United States government, and she said, no, this is above the United States government. This is the people that all the governments report to. And I struggled to understand it 11 years ago. And so anyway, she says that they would then engage in torturing other candidates, and that they themselves didn't torture their own children, other people did it. But they would torture children and young adults, and they would use this torture to split their personalities and be able then to be like them. So a code word would snap them out of their fake life and back into the reality of who they were. And that these people, some of them were there against their will, were literally kidnapped and done this to on a regular basis. So at first she was charged with torturing, it was her job to torture other people, and I tried to probe her heart about how that made her feel, and I could see that at one time she had no conscience, but at some point she grew one. So, it bothered her now, but she admitted that it was her job and it didn't bother her a bit. It was part of what the big picture was. So they would train these people, and when they got to where they could turn them on and off like that, then they would start giving them weapons training, martial arts training, firearms training, and eventually she was promoted out of torture and firearms training, and she claimed to be an expert firearms expert. And being a gun guy myself, I queried her during that 4 hours, and I believe that she was very well knowledgeable, even more knowledgeable than I am about military-grade weapons. She knew a lot about automatic weapons and various forms that come in. So, at any rate, being a curious guy and being a little scared from her story, I went straight to, okay, so what is the end game? Why are you training all these people? What do you intend to do with them? And she, in no uncertain terms, said, they're going to overthrow every government on earth and create a one-world government and take over. We've been planning it for hundreds of years. And it took a long time to build infrastructure. And we've been training around the clock. Now, keep in mind, this is 11 years ago. We've been training around the clock. She said, we may only train once or twice a month, but there's somebody training somewhere every night. And that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of MK Ultra mind control slaves who are trained assassins who live amongst ordinary people and are, in fact, completely unaware for most of the time of who they really are until they're woken up. And that the way, I said, well, how are they going to roll this out? The American people aren't going to stand for this. What about, the National Guard and veterans? And she said, they have no idea what's coming for them. When we do this, it's going to happen so fast. And I said, well, tell me how it goes. And she said, okay, here's the plan. The plan is there will be some event or series of events that will create so much chaos in the world, so much that even the police, I said, what about the police? She said, the police will stay home. She said, it will be so bad that the police will say, I did not sign up for this, and they won't go. And the ones that do go will easily be taken out by our army. And I said, well, what's going to happen? Are you going to be wearing American uniforms? Is this American military? She goes, no. She says, in the middle of this chaos, in the middle of the fog of war, when everyone thinks everything's gone completely haywire, then suddenly you'll see these forces just emerge, all dressed in black, all dressed in SWAT gear. She said they will be driving, all look-alike black SUVs, and they will look and sound and act very official. And they will just simply claim that they are now in charge, and everyone should do as they say. They will claim that they are part of a new government that has been established for the purpose of dealing with the said situation. and that the police would either work with them or be quickly eliminated if they didn't. And the military is not going to get involved because they follow orders and no one's going to give them an order to get involved. That order will never come. And that they will simply transfer their allegiance from the United States Army to the new world government that will emerge. And she made it sound like it literally happened overnight. But I think I gathered from it that it was a process that would accumulate with them taking charge at some point. Just physically showing up as the guys with the guns and the cars and the official-looking uniforms. And the whole thing was the creepiest encounter I ever had. And there's the whole story. And I wish I could say it was the creepiest, but it's in the top three creepy stories I can tell you about this strange life I lived. So we're going to find out more about this shooter and see if he was back in the Ultra. Alright, Sage Wonder coming at you from my...
Okay, so y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard what he said so far about the police and stuff, how they are involved with this. I'm telling y'all, this is a spiritual battle. Y'all thought I was playing, and it's interesting. I didn't think of these videos. I seen these videos, I want to say a few years ago, maybe longer than that. When did he do this video? We freestyling this video today, brothers and sisters. Ain't no date here. Okay, before I continue, because when I say he has some interesting stuff that he does cover on his channel, so this is another person's channel that I think you guys should go and check out as well. You guys keep seeing how systematically, y'all, it's like a switch went off in all the police officers' heads. A lot of them are in these societies like the Freemasons, mainly. Everybody's a Freemason. That's where they start off at. And then they go into other different covenants and stuff like that. And like I said, if you rub elbows with the right people in those circles, then that'll take you to certain levels. And that's, you know, where these celebrities, they can make so much money because it's so many of them that's wrapped up in that whole thing. They're going to give the jobs to their people. It's no different than what you see go on out here in the everyday world with a job. They're going to give it to in-house before they do on the outside, or they'll give it the job to someone they know, whether they're qualified, overqualified, or not qualified at all. They'll give it to them before someone who actually fit the job criteria. But that's just examples. So that was part one. I'm about to show y'all part two of this. Okay, this is gonna be actually interesting today, and then we're gonna cover, matter of fact, I'm gonna do that now. That's what I'm gonna do before we play that video, because I know I said something about this in what was it, one of my videos. Y'all if y'all been looking, y'all know where I discussed about this demon possession. That was the Pamela Turner story. She had a on record known mental illness, and a cop who was her neighbor, who I'm sure everybody knows what's going on in their neighborhood for the most part, but they lived in apartments, but they've always had issues in the past. Now, he knew. So him killing her, we knew that that was stemmed from something, you know, because he was familiar with who she was. And I want to go into the book of Matthew. That's what I want to do. Okay, here we go. Matthew 8:28. And so we're going to see something about this demon possession, because that's what a mental illness is, like I've been saying. See, he heals 2 men with demons. See, this is something we're not able to do because we're so busy getting demon possessed. But see, the medium is these outlets. I'm telling y'all, television, the stuff that's on TV, the stuff you hear on the radio, and then it's like every time a new artist come out, they're still saying the same stuff that the artists that are already out. Same thing with the TV shows. They're already playing what's already here, and it's not clicking to everybody. Everybody just like, oh, it's a new TV show, or oh, this such and such is on, and you know, and people want to be like that character that they see on TV. So it says here, and when he has come to the other side into the country of the Gergeses, I want to say that's what it's saying, there met him 2 possessed devils. Okay? 2 possessed devils. Okay? Be possessed with devils. To be exorcised by a demon. Do you guys understand being exorcised by a demon? They would have to be in your mind in order for them to exorcise you, because they can't physically move your hands like a puppet. That's their outlet, right through your mind. Everything that gets filtered through your ears and your eyes, that's where they exorcise you. Okay? And they make sure that you're vexed with a demon possession. So let's see here. Let's highlight this real quick. Coming out of the tombs, okay? They love hiding in darkness, y'all. We've been going over this constantly every single day. Every time I put up a video. Exceeding fear, so that no man might pass by that way. And it says, and hold, they cried out, saying, what have we to do with thee, Jesus, or Yahushua, thou son of Yahuwah? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? See, they know. Y'all just don't know. Because they're not going to just tell you that. Otherwise, you would get your stuff together and you wouldn't listen to them. And you would not allow these things to medium through you for you to behave the way that you do. So this is something that is very important, brothers and sisters, that y'all need to pay attention to. They move in secret. They move in silence. But they're doing it directly in your face. And they're making sure that whatever they want you to learn to be like, that's what they're going to do. That's why I know that it wasn't I know that it wasn't done on purpose, that they showed those people out there actually rioting. Because they want y'all to go into an uprising. They want y'all to go into an uproar and rebel and react and go back and stuff. Y'all got to understand, these people have been through all types of some level of mental exercise. This is what MK Ultra is all about. And that's why I wanted to show y'all just one scripture to just help y'all understand that this is a spiritual battle. Okay? See, Satan got his people set up. They're systematically set up. That's what white supremacy is all about. It's just the everyday people who don't understand that this has nothing to do with color. Okay? The color, it has everything to do with color too when it comes to white supremacy, of course, because that we're marked. We know we're black. They know we're black. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, they can look at you or read and tell by your name or what city you from or things of that nature, and that'll determine whether they're going to bring you on or get a job or get a loan or things like that, or you have to know somebody, you know. And this is what I keep saying. So yeah, some black people are successful. Some black people aren't, you know, and that does not come from, oh, because they're lazy and they don't want to do anything. And like I said yesterday, when you systematically oppress people, this is what will be the end result. They'll find themselves robbing people. When you find, not saying that he was oppressed, I don't know what his lifestyle is like, but according to what the young lady said, he had money. I don't see somebody with money is going to just take or shoot somebody 5 times, take their car and shoot them 5 times, and then you leave one state to go to another. Like, you intended on leaving this person for dead, and they pointed you out in the lineup. And then when the police came to, well, what did they say, the sheriffs or something, on the FBI, they came to get them. You know, this is where the chase went on, okay? This is where the news got the covering about the chase. And then the chase led to him ramming into another cop car, hopping out, whatever was in his hand, and then them shooting him. That is a demon possession. Okay? That's not someone in their right mind. So what we call demon possession today, we call it a mental illness. They need therapy. They need medicine. I knew my god sister, her children's father, husband, whatever he falls into, his brother, many years ago, he had a mental illness as well. And if he didn't take his medicine, it was like something triggered in him. And he didn't, when we knew he didn't have it, he would be talking crazy and like he just was like a walking time bomb. Like it was easy to trigger him, and we knew when he didn't have his medicine. Rest in peace, Big. But this literally is a real life story. And when he have his medicine, he's the sweetest person. He'll help out anybody, and he's always been a big support and big on his family and everything. Like his name matched his stature and his character. But then when he didn't have that medicine, OMG, I'm telling y'all, this man literally, like, you do not want to be the one to piss him off, like, because we've seen him get pissed off. But he ended up getting murdered. I'm not sure if they end up finding his killer. I don't know or recall. And if they did, it's been many years. It's been over 15 years, if that. Let me see. Yeah, it's been over 15 years now that I think about it, because I always follow with my kids' age, like, was he around still or not? And I want to say somewhere around in the 15-16 year range it's been since he's passed away, and someone killed him. But I don't really remember all the details as to what led up to him, but he ended up getting killed going into his home. But anywho, and this was in the black communities, happened from my own brothers and sisters killing them. And I'm not really sure. So to stop dragging along, I want y'all to hear part 2 of this video, so y'all can see what's actually going down out here and why I'm showing you guys the stuff back to back and keep giving y'all the scriptures and feeding it to y'all repetitively, because I want y'all to understand they know what's going on, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, of Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, just of any nation, y'all. It doesn't matter, okay? If you're not in their circle, you're going to be left out here to be food. You're going to be out here to be tortured and tormented, okay? For when those locusts come out that pit. And if you do not convert, and you just out here still living in sin and doing this stuff willingly, willfully, openly, and not caring, they're gonna leave you to be food. It's just that simple, and to get slaughtered. And they're gonna, all they little people in their little circle, gonna go to everything that they got set up for themselves. Even the police is gonna be left out for bait, okay? Ain't nobody gonna be there to protect them. So it's all a setup. So this is why people need to wake up. That's why I say some things are greater than it being a black and white thing. This is a spiritual thing, y'all. And we're not only colorly marked because this is something they did. I will cover that in another video somewhere down in the future if it prohibits me to, or it has something to do with something else that I'm talking about. But the things that's key things that I'm talking about, y'all, I'm hoping that y'all will look into it, so that way y'all won't be like, she's tripping, she's crazy. But like I said, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment respectfully, a question you have, you can do that. And let's get to the second video, and then I'll come back with more of my commentary.
I van down by the river. So I wanted to do an update on my MK Ultra training video. The video titled I Met an MK Ultra Trainer in the NDA long version. So to the 6,000 people who maybe saw this video, when I made this video, I was just telling you the true story of a person that I met at my church in Texas. And this would have been, honestly, I can't remember whether it was 2005 or 2006. And I will probably do maybe one more video on this as I research the exact timeline, because I can pinpoint it by finding traces of the conference where she told me her story after leaving our church. And one of my viewers kind of cryptically sent in a message with a name attached to it. I didn't make a lot of the message, but the name jumped right out at me. Because when this woman told me her story, she said that she was writing a book that she was going to release, and that she was working on the internet, which was really kind of, videos on YouTube were kind of new back then, and I was kind of aware of it. And I was making a lot of comedy videos for my youth group. People were saying I should post them up, but I mean, back then these videos were multiple gig videos, and there was no way to transfer them. That's why I don't have any of the cool comedy videos I made back then. But she told me that she was on, that she had a web page, and she was starting to release her story, and that she wasn't really telling the story so much about the Illuminati cult as she was really trying to help people and minister to people who were victims of SRA, satanic ritualistic abuse, which was part of her childhood, and she engaged in on both sides. And I did not, I did go and look at her page, and I heard her talk a little bit, but ultimately I was busy and had other things to do, and I found her story interesting, but I didn't really feel like I could, that I really wanted to get involved with it or with her, and I was forbidden, honestly, by the bishop to have any more contact with her. And so I didn't look into it anymore, and I had this story in the back of my mind that was always kind of there, and I never really thought about it until I was looking for some interesting stories to talk about when the MK Ultra thing came up about Las Vegas. And so I shared my MK Ultra trainer video, and one of the viewers commented with a name, which I will now reveal because I wasn't talking about her because I was protecting her identity, and I had forgotten her fake pen name that she was using until one of my viewers put it in a comment, and it jumped out at me, and I went online, typed in the name, and there was confirmation. There was her picture of her face that I absolutely knew it was her. I told my son-in-law, who's one of my key researchers in all this, he went and found this woman. He said, "Do you remember her face?" And I said, "Oh yeah, it's etched in my brain. I'll never forget her face." And I won't release her real name. And the reason I never spoke about this was not really fear of the Illuminati. It was I was protecting her because she claimed that her ex-husband, who was, I believe, a Michigan police officer, was trying to kill her. And I was trying to protect her. She already had her kids taken away. They had framed her up, trying to make her look insane. But apparently, and I'm going to reveal this name now, her pen name is Seali, Svali. And she was interviewed. And according to Wikipedia, and looking into this research now, she disappeared not long after we talked. That within a year or two time of when I knew her, she disappeared. Either to protect herself, she went into hiding and stopped producing, or maybe her ex-husband finally got to her. But she was very much concerned that her ex-husband was going to murder her. And if you're a researcher into this enigmatic character, and you would like to maybe hear more details from my story, I know what town she was living in at the time. And somebody on Wikipedia claims to have been a personal friend of hers, and maybe he knows more than I do. I guess if she's gone, or if she's passed away, or been killed, or just disappeared, that I feel safer in talking about it because it seems like old news. I mean, this is a 10-year-old story. But I did know Svali. I knew her well, and she did attend my church. And although I intentionally lost contact with her, I had no idea she disappeared. So I suspect that her husband or someone in the Illuminati got to her. So once again, just confirming for you that I researched and found this person. One thing I can say is the book she wrote has become a staple in helping people who are victims of SRA, satanic ritualistic abuse or sexual ritualistic abuse, to cope and to deal with all of the emotional issues involved with that. So in that short time of her ministry, she did a good thing. And I'm sorry to hear that maybe it got to her. She was a nice lady. Yeah. Anyway, just more breadcrumbs and more details of my very interesting and odd life that I didn't know, in fact, know this woman knows as Ronnie. Seali. So this kind of interest you may find this interesting. At any rate, God save the Republic, and I just want to encourage you all to pray. Pray for people who are fighting this evil in the world, because they are all in danger, and they can all be killed in a moment.
Okay, so He ended up bringing up her name. I'm gonna play the next video. He showed, yeah, she was murdered. But of course, that's what happens when they get to talking. What did I just, wait a minute, let me go to it. This is what they do. Right here. Not this. This is something I'm gonna show y'all later. Okay, my computer wanna act stupid. Myself, I need to put that up for y'all to go and look at for yourselves. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. Probably got too many windows open. But this is another interesting part of this video too. And I'm gonna play it since I'm already showing a marathon of his videos, but this will be the last video. And hopefully y'all now would get it to some point that this is all a setup. It's done on purpose. They are trying to get us to all fight, go crazy. Some people believe it's going to issue out into martial law. No, okay? This is Jacob's trouble, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all. So I'm going to cover that and then y'all tell me what y'all think. But let's play his next video here. This was the one I wanted to show y'all.
Alright, this is kind of a continuation of a previous video. I thought I would go ahead and tell you the whole story of the time I met an MK Ultra training. So, I was a preacher at a pretty large church. A woman came to our church, wanted to get involved in the church. But a weird thing happened.
Okay, wait a minute. I think
charge kind of snubbed.
Okay, that was the one we already looked at. Where is it? Well, okay, well, I think we covered it. Yeah, we covered it. He got some interesting stuff here, though, in this topic. He talk about a lot of different little stuff, you know, his little lifestyle, what he does. Yeah, let's get to this Bible. Let's get into the Bible, okay, y'all? Let's see where we gonna go. Going to Psalms. Where are you at, Psalms? That's the Old Testament. What am I doing? Boom. Psalms, we're gonna go to chapter 3. So this is where David has to pray about this, because even he knew it was happening in his time, but now it has picked up and it has increased. It says here, a psalm of David, which he had fled from Absalom his son. Lord, how they are increased that trouble me. May are they that rise up against me. And see, even here, you guys got to see what trouble means. And anguish, distress, an enemy. Okay, that's interesting. Flint, and we see what happened over in Flint. Spiritual battle, y'all. Trying to tell y'all. Y'all still think this a game if y'all want to. Tribulation. What color didn't I use? Let's go with that one. Trouble. Tribulation. Let's see what the other here that said. We, like I said, this is, we freestyling this video. That trouble me. Jacob's trouble. All right, let's go to Psalm 7:14. 7:14. And it says, behold, he travaileth with iniquity. What did we learn about iniquity, y'all? Properly to pant wickedness, okay? Vainness, okay? So right here, behold, he travaileth wicked with iniquity, wickedly, and have conceived mischief. So he's conjured up mischief. See? Conceive. Progenitor. This is what's going on right now before our eyes, okay? This is what's going on before our eyes. And we tend to keep on thinking mischief. Y'all know what mischief is, see? Miserable, misery. This is why people do this, and they think this is the new word, petty, that they want to use instead of it. Wearisome. Let's get some brighter colors so we can see. Wearisome, wickedness, see? Perverseness. This is why y'all see so much perversion on TV, so much sorrow on TV, so much toil, turmoil, etc. on TV, trouble on TV, okay? Iniquity on TV, okay? Says here, hence worry, rather of body and mind, okay? Let's go into Strong's H5998. See, taking labor in. They're in the act of it. So, this is all what mischief is. Stand into some stuff, you know, and brought forth falsehood. Falsehood. Deceit. Isn't that what this young man did? He deceived this man into thinking he was gonna get a car, allegedly, and then took off after shooting him 5 times. An untruth. So, you know, a sham. That's exactly what happened. This is trouble right now. We're living right in it. And it's happening right in these people's communities. Unfortunately, they have to suffer for the things that one makes it bad for everybody. But we can't, it's not necessarily just that. This is a spiritual battle, brothers and sisters, like I keep saying. The police is on code all over the world at the same time. And your people are spiritually on code, okay? This is the time of trouble, y'all. To bring forth falsehood. Hey, highlight. There we go. So, now we about to go right here into 16. He made a pit. See? He made a pit. I mean, we're gonna keep reading. 15. He made a pit. What pit did he make? A dungeon? Well, didn't we just learn something about demon possessions and how they come out of dark places? And how Sage Wanderer was just sitting there talking about how they did this stuff in dark places, the catacombs over in Rome. You see, that's what Beyonce and Jay-Z did in their video. Like, stuff starting to work. Is it clicking? I hope so. You guys are pretty smart out there nowadays. So, you know, a fountain, a pit, a well. Okay. Let's see. A cistern. Okay. He made a pit and digged it and is falling. He's falling right into his own pit. See? Fall, divide. See, once people have these mental illnesses, that's exactly what happens when one side of you take over. And see, even he told you, Sage Wanderer mentioned that about MK Ultra, how they'll split you, torment you so much and split you. And even though this young man didn't get tormented to the point where he has split, but we have been tormented. If you guys really pay attention, we have been tormented for years. We have been stalked, harassed, lied on, raped, beat, forced into all type of sick things that's happened in the past up until now. And all of that memory is locked in our DNA. And then now they're finishing us off with stress, bills, laboring, still the same cycle happening all over again. They found every reason to get the money that you work for, either through taxes, garnishments, police writing you tickets. It's like you know, now we're at a point where all of this stuff is taking place, and it has did some level of splitting to us, to be honest, because you have some people who can rise above it and know the truth, what's happening, and it won't penetrate them as bad. And then you have those that will give in. They'll fall right into this pit because they have been controlled mentally by demon possession. And see, now this man, this demon literally was in this young boy, took over his body to where he acted this out. If he is what his friends say he was, a demon took over in his body. He did all of that and they got him killed. And see, and this is what the enemy does every single day. It does not necessarily, y'all got to stop looking at this. Oh, it's the white man. Yeah, we're marked targets. I told y'all this is hunting season. See? Falling into the ditch to smite. That's what happened. This is exactly what happened to that young boy. Falling into the ditch, which he made. And he did. Because he was controlled mentally. Allegedly. Okay? We don't know if he really had a mental disorder. But then again, even if he did not medically get diagnosed before he died, that still doesn't mean that the trauma isn't there. Because that's really where mental illnesses come from. And we see this. They just intentionally practice it so that they're more in control and they're aware of what spirit is taking over in their body. Because I told y'all, we are ran by a superhuman angel demon. Okay? The angel was in there, which is us. We are inside of this host body, which is a superhuman demon. Okay? That was Genesis 1:26. I keep saying this, and I'm not going to go back over Genesis, because if you check out the last video, I show y'all. I showed y'all in the Pamela Turner video. I showed y'all constantly about what's happening with everybody. When you wondering, what's wrong with that person? I don't know what's wrong. They crazy. Oh, yeah. Something going on in there that's not normal. Possession. Says here, his mischief shall return upon his own head. And that's exactly what happened to that young man. And his violent dealing, that is exactly what happened. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. He left someone for dead and ended up in his own deathbed because he was driven to want to steal a car. Allegedly. This is just a story that's being put out now. This is not marked as gospel. This is not a fact. We don't know. We only know what's being put out there. Now, I'm not saying that it's okay for the police to go and just kill someone who does not have a weapon. But when judgment comes, nobody know who's to say that this was not just in the Most High Yah's eyes. Y'all say, oh, we can't question Yah. You don't have to if you know the answers. The answers he's already left. What's the point of asking a question about something that most of you people out here already freaking know? And you don't have to go to church to know that. Y'all have heard that over the years as y'all were coming up. Young people, if y'all listening, y'all are hearing this. Y'all are seeing what's going on. This is a generation that you guys are going to come up in. Please know what you're dealing with. Shall return upon his own head. His mischief shall return upon his own head. And his violent dealing. What violent dealing? His cruel dealing. His damaged dealing. Okay? His false injustice, oppressor, unrighteous, violent. See all of these people? They gonna get theirs. Police gonna get theirs. Trust me, y'all. Told you. They just using them. They puppets. They are puppets. Just like these celebrities are against gun violence. But see, the celebrities, they're a little more locked in than the police. They more so on the outside, you know. They're going to be running around here looking crazy right along with the rest of the sinners, wondering what in the heck going on. Because they're going to go right back to their normal self and be wondering why did they get left behind. And getting tormented by locusts. Okay? His violent dealing. Wrong dealing. See? I didn't have to go into the word for y'all to get the point, but I did just because I just felt the need. I had to. Okay? His violent dealing shall come down upon his own pay. See, I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness. This is the solution. Do y'all hear me? And will sing praise to the name of Yahusha HaMashiach, or Yahuwah Elohim, Lord the Most High. That's Yahuwah Elohim. See? Yahuwah Elohim. Now y'all see. See? Yahuwah Elion, which is he's Lord over the Elohim. He's the most supply. He's the Most High. Okay? So this is who y'all need to be. This the team y'all need to be on, because this is who's running and willing the show. This ain't got nothing to do with the white man and his falsified white supremacist system that's got y'all stressed out. Okay, all of it is crumbling. Okay, that's why they're writing the laws and they're going crazy and they're killing us, because they are told that they could. They are in charge now to do it. Okay, the horses is riding, brothers and sisters. Let's stop acting like we don't know what it is. Okay, stop acting like we don't know what's going down, because we know exactly what's going down. If we accept the truth for what it is, yes, it's that simple. It really is that simple. And ridding ourselves from the flesh that has been, you know, set to do what it does for so long. And it's like, well, what else do you? Oh, we can't do nothing. And, you know, that shouldn't even be an issue. Like, unless you just want to go to the pit with everybody else. You want to be left here to be tormented by the locusts from the bottomless pit. Or you want to die by the sword of these people who already have a switch turned on, because that's their job. That's why they keep covering up for them. That's why all the judges and stuff is not charging these people. They're doing a job. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Your job is to stay out of the way and continue to keep your eye in the light. Don't go into the darkness. Don't act in the darkness, because that's what's going to cause us. There we go. The satanic occultic shit. But I'm going to leave it here, because this page is tripping. I might have to refresh it or something. I always leave this open because so far everything's keep leading back to this, and I got another video I want to cover. But make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, because I want to get to the next story about the young man that got killed over in LA. And leave a comment respectfully, like I always say. Make sure y'all hit the little bell in the right hand corner next to the subscription, so that y'all can get notifications every time I upload my videos. Make sure y'all take care of each other, and Shabbat Shalom.